So we're continuing our discussion on how to force a parent grid to refresh when something happens in the child grid. So and we're discussing now how this placeholder here called underbar grid object gets replaced when this event executes. So you can see here that the E object has passed into it something called the grid definition, E.grid definition, and inside E.grid definition is a property called component name, which is the alias of this grid. And then the grid object itself is always the alias of the grid followed by underbar grid obj. So this command over here replaces the placeholder with the real alias of the grid, and then you can see the comment over here that says that if you want to send JavaScript back to the browser, you make an entry in this array over here. So e.rtc.a_ajax responses is an array of JavaScript commands that you want to send back to the browser when this command finishes executing. So you can see here we've got a pointer. AA is just a pointer to that array, and then we add a new entry to the array using the XBasic syntax with a square bracket with no array index means add a new entry to the array, and then ... means basically add a new property to the array for the same array number that you just added over here. So let's go ahead now and run this, but what I'm going to do is put a debug1 over here so we can actually watch this code executing. So that's saving the invoices grid. Let's go back now to the customer grid and rerun it, and go here and change that to say sailor 2, and then click the submit button. So now the debugger opens up, and you can see we're inside the after update record event, and we've just finished adding a new value to an updated value to the ship country field over there, and now we basically have got a string called JS. So you can see there we have a string called JS, and it's got that placeholder over there. And now we're going to go and replace that placeholder with the real alias of the grid. So you can see there that e.grid definition.component name was that value over there, and then we've added on underbar grid object, and now we've basically added a new entry to the array over here with a value of JS. So let's go ahead now and run it, and you can see there's the updated value. So if we actually just go back to invoices and remove the debug1 statement there, we'll see it all happening more easily. So let's go back there, go there. So there's the current value there, WLEE. Go there and make that sailor 3, and then submit that, and now you can see the parent grid was updated. So this series of videos has shown you how you can on an XBasic event over here force a parent grid to refresh when something happens in the child grid. Hope you found that useful. Thank you.